Hello there, this is Charles Ross, National Weather Service State College Service Hydrologist with a weather update for the rain and snow that we're seeing this week, which may lead to some minor flooding on Wednesday, February 3rd across portions of our area. This briefing is prepared on Tuesday, February 2nd at 11:30 a.m. Quick overview shows that we still have a significant snowpack across southern and eastern Pennsylvania. We've seen some warmer temperatures into the area that will continue again today and Wednesday and will lead to further ripening and melting of snow. We're also going to be tracking a frontal system that will bring rain tomorrow. We're looking at some locally heavy rain for a few hours, which will bring rainfall totals close to an inch. This combination of rain and snow melt will bring streams, creeks, and some smaller rivers to some significant rises and perhaps some minor flooding. And a flood watch is in effect for the area on Wednesday and Thursday. Here's where the flood watch is in effect for, again, all of our southern counties where we've seen the heaviest snowpack. Looking at the snow this morning, you'll see that we still are looking at up to 2, maybe 3 inches of water and still in the pack in portions of southern Pennsylvania, with snow depths of 5 to 15 inches. With this, notice the lack of snow across our northern or central and northern parts of the state, and this will be a big factor in keeping any flooding risks to a minimum, especially on the larger bodies of water. One thing I'll show you this morning is that our snowpack temperature, again, is starting to warm up. When the snowpack is 32 degrees throughout the whole pack, that's called a ripe pack. And once you reach that, melting and release of water into the soils begins to occur. And we've reached that across most of the area. There are still some colder pockets of snow, but that will be ripening today and especially on Wednesday. A rainfall forecast with the front tomorrow. The heaviest rainfall will be across eastern Pennsylvania, where up to an inch, maybe even an inch and a half is expected across eastern Pennsylvania. Across western Pennsylvania, amounts of generally 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch is expected. Now we'll look at our AHAPS webpage. What you'll see here is the points in green are forecast to stay below flood levels. And you'll see we have several points in yellow, which have the forecast getting into the action stage, but staying below flood levels at this point. Looking closer at the Aquit Creek gauge at Shirleysburg, you'll see the forecast crest takes it into the action level stage. Similarly, for the next several points, Sherman Creek at Shermansdale looks like a pretty significant rise beginning on Wednesday, but it should stay below the minor flood stage level. Conowingock Creek near Hoagstown, similar story. On Swatara Creek up at the Harper Tavern gauge, it's pretty significant rise, rising from around 1 feet to almost 7 feet, or close to 8 feet by Thursday is expected, but this should stay below the 9-foot flood stage. Downstream at Hershey, similar story, about a 4 or 5 foot rise there, but it should stay below the 7-foot flood stage. Down at the mouth of the river near Middletown, you'll see the creek has another significant rise, but it will stay below the 11-foot flood stage. Over in the Conestoga River at Lancaster, another significant rise, but at this point our forecast crest takes it just below the 11-foot minor flood stage level. So what kind of impacts can we expect over the next several days? Certainly with all this rain and snow melt occurring, nuisance and poor draining flooding is likely across portions of the area. But the small streams and creeks, we expect them, if they do flood, any of them should remain in the minor flood categories with really only lowland flooding expected. The larger river and streams are forecast to stay well below flood levels. Ice movement is certainly possible, but not expected to lead to flooding, as ice thicknesses and the coverage across the area is generally below average right now. We do urge everybody to monitor the weather and water levels over the next several days across the area, and you can follow that on our webpage at weather.gov/state college. Or if you go to water.weather.gov, you can maneuver your way to the State College AHAPS River page from there. And you can see our hydrographs here. And if you're interested in monitoring the snowpack, here's a great website to follow. Everybody have a good afternoon. Stay safe.